It's a very tough race to be involved in and to take part in, and to finish in many ways is a big accomplishment. But I was really happy in the end of leg 3 to finish just 20 minutes behind the leader, and to finish the whole race on a high like I have is really encouraging, and it's definitely fired me up for getting involved in the race and putting the project together for next year.
So it's morning on day 2, 3, 2, day 3.
The most difficult thing is dealing with just the complete lack of sleep that you're able to have throughout the whole race, which is, it's not an easy thing to deal with. I think it comes with the older you are, the more the easier it is to deal with. Being a teenager or a young guy, we like our sleep quite a lot, and it makes it quite tricky to constantly be under pressure to be performing and making sure you're sailing in the right direction fast. Without any let up for 3 days. Once you get on the ride, there's absolutely no getting off. I have learned a huge amount, both in terms of boat setup, boat speed, meteorology, navigation, but also a huge amount about myself as well. In leg 2 I had problems and I dealt with them in a very bad way. There may or may not be a dent in my boom from my winch handle. But in leg 3, when I had the same problems, I dealt with them with a much clearer head. In terms of life lessons, I think this race is something that you can take into the rest of your life, not just within your sailing career.
So near yet so far. Behind me there is start point, where I learned to grow up. No, I haven't done that yet. Learned to sail and grew up sailing in this bay.
I think that was the best part of the whole race for me, leg 3, sailing from Wolf Rock, Land's End, all the way to Needles on the Isle of Wight. Sailed past my home, start point. We actually went really close, and it was really bizarre to be able to see into Dartmouth and see the town, but not actually going in. I don't often get to go home. Within the past year, I've been home very rarely, and I'm definitely looking forward to going home and seeing friends and family and being able to share the experiences that I've had during this race with them, because I know a lot of them have been following me and sending me messages, and it's been really nice, and I can't wait to share it with them. There's been so many highlights, and I think there's been low points as well, but I think you're very good at forgetting the low points, and you just remember the good times, and in 2 weeks I'll completely forget the bad times and just remember how amazing it was to leave Pampol with all the crowds that were there, and how amazing it was to be sailing across the Bay of Biscay. And we had one night where we had tight reaching with a kite where we had to drive for just hours and hours and hours, and it was amazing, and it was full moon, and sailing past home, and then coming into the finish, having finished the Solitaire du Figaro. And yeah, there's just so many highlights that it's difficult to describe just one, and the whole race and as one is a highlight. I think the last month has been amazing. The guy that won this year, it's his 13th Solitaire du Figaro before he won. Like it's not an easy race. No one comes into the Figaro and wows anyone. Like, it takes a lot of time and effort to get good, whatever kind of sailing you come from. And it's something that I hope to, for the first few years now, I want to do the Figaro and then go away and do other things. But I always want to come back to the Figaro. It's you really do get bitten by the bug, and it's something that I want to come back and do time and time again. There's one guy in the race who's 64 years old, and he completed it when I was doing my first solitaire leg. He was finishing his 100th solitaire leg, and I'd like to think that that'd be me in many years' time.